Hi, this is Cole with Jake, Josh, and Brandon, and this is our marketing strategy plan for Tesla. Here we go. So, our proposal is we want to advertise to a broader audience of people. We don't just want people to see Tesla as the car for rich people. We want to expand on that. We want to go more towards the middle class. And next is how we will market to them. This will be the bulk of our plan, but to give a summary, we will first start out with products and services and how we will stand out from the competition. Next, we will go into pricing and see if it's appropriate for reaching our audience or explaining why we chose what we did. And then next, we will look into defining more our target market is and what they're about. And then based on the information we'll know, we'll come up with two hypothetical avatars that represent our target market. And then we will take our target market through the funnel graph and they'll go through the awareness phase of Tesla and they'll go through the purchase phase. We will explain the customer journey for each phase along with business objectives of each, and then we will see how our campaign is doing, and we will show key performance indicators or KPIs for Tesla. And then finally, we will give examples of creatives for each marketing phase and show how it helps us to expand our reach. And so through this campaign, we expect that in the next 5 years, this will help encourage people to switch to sustainable forms of energy, both in the cars that they drive and the homes they live in. We want to propose that people aren't overspending, but they are doing their part to create a better future. By signing up with Tesla, customers will leave less of an impact on the environment that fuel power cars have done for decades and have caused climate change. So our next slide is about the company description. So Tesla was founded in 2003 and wanted to create a electric car without compromise, the three engineers who started it. They wanted a car that was just fun, it was quick, it was easy to drive, but there were no corners cut to make it. Today it's now run by Elon Musk, who leads engineering and is a spokesperson for the company of sorts. Tesla has come up with several models over the years as far as cars are concerned, including the S, X, and 3. And they each have their own various features and prices. A newer market that Tesla has gone into is solar energy. They have a service where they allow solar panels to go to homes and commercial buildings and to power them more efficiently than they are right now. As far as the future goes, Tesla is expanding and growing. They have just recently announced the Gigafactory, which will manufacture car parts and solar panels, and it will be massive. They also have announced other models, other electric vehicles like the Cybertruck and the Semi Tesla, and more models are expected to come on the way, so stay tuned. So for products and services, we have basically two things we wanted to focus on for our audience would be the cars and solar energy. But with products and services, we also wanted to show how it stands out against the competition. And Tesla has a few features to it. What's interesting about the cars is that the various models have their own unique ways that they outperform their gas counterparts. You have the semi-truck that will save fuel costs compared to what truckers have to go through right now. You have I believe the SUV, the X, which is a cheaper model, but it can hold up to 7 people. You have the Roadster, which is basically a sports car, and it's safer, it's quicker than anything that a gas powered car can do. You also have the original one, the Model S, and it's just a nice, well-rounded car by itself. So for solar energy, you have it's a bit of a newer market, but it's still got its benefits. So it saves you money over time. So even though it's a bit pricey, it will allow you to just um, build that back up over a period of time because you'll be shaving money off your electric bill. And it also fits elegantly on your roof. We would think with a solar panel it would look ugly on your house, but Tesla has a thing for making ugly things look beautiful. So you can see from this picture that Tesla has made a very elegant style for people's roofs. So another thing to mention is that all can be delivered to your front door, and particularly the roof and car charging station, they can be installed into your house as well, and Tesla will do that for you.
The Tesla brand is a symbol for simplicity and modern innovation, and as such, we want to avoid any kind of marketing that would tarnish that reputation. We will be directing our budget towards publicity that can disperse the Tesla name and share what Tesla is doing, all while maintaining the intentionality and class that they are known for. We will be directing our efforts into both personalized ads as well as large general efforts like television commercials and billboards. Personalized advertising can be difficult due to its tendency to become annoying or overly insistent, traits that we do not want associated with Tesla. We will pursue some email advertising, but will direct our primary focus to Tesla's pre-existing media presence. If we can put work into Twitter and expand to other sites such as Instagram, we can decide the content and experience our customers share. Our competitors range from spending $100,000 to nearly $3 billion on advertising. We will fall somewhere in the middle, a budgeted $2 million annually. Based on the direction Tesla is headed, we believe we are sitting right where we need to be. More than half of total automobile advertising in 2018 was directed toward television advertising, and Tesla should follow suit. We are designating $1.2 million toward television advertising, and the remaining $800,000 will go towards email and banner ads and public advertisements such as billboards and displays, etc. We will avoid any type of mobile advertising that would cheapen the Tesla brand and cater to the wrong target market. The average Tesla owner is male, aged 45 to 65, upper middle class. They are financially wealthy, moving toward retirement, and much less price sensitive than the average consumer. For them, Tesla is a symbol of prestige and eco-friendly lifestyle. Their reputation, safety, and ease of living is important to them. Tesla also offers the Model S and X, targeting families while sporting their 7 seats. This offers the same benefits of the classic minivan while bringing with it the performance and luxury afforded to Tesla. However, as we discussed earlier, we are looking to expand our market, first with the Model 3, marketed as a Tesla car on a budget. We have brought in the more financially conscious customers. Additionally, with the introduction of both the Cybertruck and the Roadster, Tesla will entirely break its mold and it's floating in new water. We can appeal to both sides of the upper middle class economic spectrum. Tesla is not merely a suburban retiree's vehicle, it is now both a sports car, the fastest on the market, and a pickup truck equivalent. With this in mind, we want to push the boundaries of what Tesla is known for and who it is made for.
All right. Hi, this is Jake. I'm with our group covering Tesla. And so, what we're going to be talking about today, for me particularly, is going to be our marketing funnel and the customer journey and the business objectives that we're trying to achieve through that. We've kind of segmented it. So, I'll be covering that and I'll just get right into it. So, basically, as we were looking at our product, Tesla, and doing a little bit more research, we could see that, again, like in the past, it is a little bit more of a unique product, that their marketing is a little bit more different. It's not as systematic or direct as you would like it to be. So we did have to take that into consideration. But I was looking at the marketing funnel again, just specifically just to go over it again, of awareness, interest, consideration, intent, evaluation, and purchasing. And as we were looking at that, we could really see, I think we definitely have those first couple sections down for sure in terms of awareness, interest, and consideration. Consideration might be a little bit more of a stretch per se, but as we were looking at it, I think awareness is that's something that we definitely have achieved quite well. I think we can do a little bit better on that, just in terms of having more brick and mortar locations and other kind of physical kind of things where you can see and feel the product and experience it, because it can seem a little bit more just kind of like out there, not really accessible for certain people and markets. But generally, I feel like everybody knows what a Tesla is. There's a sense of quality, elegance, and just kind of uh, like a preeminence in the market in terms of cars. And so, as we look at that, awareness is kind of just a given. I think just in terms of our business objectives, I'm just going to kind of cover some of the stuff that we've talked about in the actual essay and then include some other stuff. But as we look at awareness, our basic objective is just to really kind of demonstrate the level of power, the economicalness of the car in terms of not having to pay for gas. Obviously, they are more expensive, but I think that there's definitely a big appeal in terms of the money that you save. In that I think they have like a very, very long longevity in comparison to gas cars. Even though there are expensive batteries to replace, they don't have a lot of mechanical issues generally, and Tesla is very on top of that. So the big thing that we really want to focus on is just convincing the customer of that. And I think you continue going along with research and development and progressing in the company. And just making it a better car in general. It's a fantastic vehicle at the time, but there's always room to improve. And that's kind of one of the big things we want to do with awareness. In terms of interest, it's kind of similar to awareness and what we're trying to do here. But I think what we can really do is highlight more of those features and the allure of Tesla. It goes beyond just like this is a high quality vehicle to like what we want to talk about with, the speed, the performance. They're not just, a commuting car, like get to A and B, like they're fast, they're cool, they're fun. And that's something that we really want to highlight and just get more into the specifics of it, like the 0 to 60 mile per hour, the fine leather seats, and the kind of the quality, the elements that they incorporate into the actual production and manufacturing of the vehicle. So that's what we want to do with interest. It's pretty similar to awareness, but it takes it a step further. And then in terms of consideration, we really just want to take the awareness and the interest and kind of try to get the customer to visualize themselves buying that. I think that's a big part of it, is just having that sense of, a projection in terms of like, I want this thing. I can see myself using this product. In this case, I can see myself driving a Tesla. I can see myself cruising down a country road, hitting those, just strides, plugging my car in when I go to bed and it's fully charged, not having to go to the gas station. So we really want to try to really, really pound away at that in the terms of consideration and try to get people to visualize it. That's a big part. And so in terms of that, we really want to up our physical locations and stuff, just again so that we can incorporate that where people can see, smell, touch, hear the engine, stuff like that, even though they're generally quiet. Just really see and experience the vehicle, because again, it's not super accessible to certain markets. I think like they really don't have much stuff in like middle countries like Kansas, Kentucky. They don't have really, I don't know if they have any stores. There were like, I think something like 20 stores that did, or 20 states that didn't have stores for Tesla. Those wouldn't be a terrible investment. You put those in a big metropolitan area in those states, and I think it'd be a worthwhile investment just to, again, increase that consideration to that experience that the customers have. And then moving on to, we also have intent. This is going to be a little bit more difficult to push towards, but I think, again, it's really getting the customer to visualize the product and, again, experience it physically, because that's where you're going to see that higher conversion of customers. And so a big part of that is going to be doing, car shows, demonstrations with the vehicles, sales, and also having great customer service, whether that's people looking at purchasing a car or they have somebody who's a friend, a family member, they own a Tesla car and they're telling their family, hey, I was, stranded. I called Tesla. They replaced my, tire, or they, fixed my car, whatever it was, and just have the best customer service possible. And I think that's something they do well now, but again, there's always room to improve. So that's a big thing, is just that projection and visualization of somebody using the car. And that comes from experience. And that's what we want to increase. In terms of evaluation, this is one of the second to last things in the actual, customer funnel. And with that, we really want to not forget that or undervalue it. It's, again, kind of a state of mind, but it goes a lot further than just that consideration and interest and awareness, all that. It goes really to the point where the customer has some experience with the product, or at least enough trust in it to, buy it, I think you can order the Teslas. I've looked at it. You can order one and get it within a couple days shipped to your house. So that's obviously not the, I would say, the normalcy in terms of purchasing it, but you can get to that point, and customers definitely do end up doing that. So looking at that, I think we really just want to incorporate all the other information and just have a build up to that point in terms of evaluation. And again, see the customer's engagement with it increase, and engaging their senses, seeing Tesla in the media, which they already do a lot of, seeing them drive on the road. It's just cool. They're unique, and that's just another kind of sense of like experience and awareness that it builds up to there. And we really want to just increase on that conversion. And then the final element that we want to look at is the customer journey and the purchase decision. It's the biggest investment that you can make. You do have to be prepared for rejections, and we also want to have just the best trained salesmen in terms of just their strategy, their technique, and also how they're interacting with customers. That's a big thing. And the overall objective is to sell more vehicles, but specifically increase sales so that we can raise our marketing efforts and have more money to spend on that, and also just increase the company's bottom line, make it better for the company itself. So yeah, that's basically my point with the customer funnel, and then also the customer journey through that funnel and the business objectives.
This slide is the key performance indicators. And I would say that one of the biggest key performance indicators would be Tesla's innovation. Tesla doesn't just do cars. They are moving into the solar power business, keeping it electric, but the Powerwall and PowerPack are examples of it. Tesla's product range now includes solar panels and solar roof tiles, not just cars. And I would say another one would be the demand for Tesla cars seems unstoppable. The recently announced Tesla Cybertruck has reported over 700,000 reservations already. And the first phase in the marketing phases is planning. The vision and mission statement of Tesla goes hand in hand with planning the marketing for Tesla. It reflects the company's aim for dominance in the global electric vehicles and battery market. Tesla's mission statement is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla focuses on bringing mass market electric cars to market as soon as possible. Sure, Tesla's long-term goal is to sell electric cars to everyone, but there's always a demographic. The average household income of the Tesla Model X is about $150,000 per year. So it is on the more higher end of the demographic, the more successful people, if you will. Each car that they sell has a different demographic to target specific groups of people. Most Tesla owners own a home. So the demographic would be around ages 50 to 55. So that would be more older people. And the second stage in the marketing phase would be implementation. And I think if we target the email ads and Facebook ads, it would be in our best interest because most older people, which is the demographic of Tesla, because it's a more higher end luxury electric car, would be most older people check their emails in older social medias such as Facebook rather than your 20 to 40-year-old would. And then Tesla uses mostly online sales, and selling the vehicle online has reduced the company's selling cost. The physical store only serves as a showroom for Tesla. The last stage for the marketing phase is evaluation. Tesla's net income for the quarter ending in September 30th, 2020 was about 30 billion, which is a 109.79 increase year over year. I would say Tesla is doing pretty good. I mean, even Elon Musk said Tesla stock was too high. And this slide is examples of creatives for each phase. I would say innovation, again, is one of the biggest parts in Tesla's creativity. Because of the creativity in the designers of Tesla, they are able to pivot from making cars to making solar panels and solar roofs, tiles, and compiling all that energy into a Tesla wall, which stores all the energy from the solar panels and solar roof tiles. Another innovation would be the design your own Tesla. When you're buying a Tesla, you get to design it yourself. It's basically like a Build-A-Bear for adults. You basically just go into the store or online and design your own Tesla and order it, and it gets built to your order.